Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Barbara J. Beckley, and if you're looking at the top, it says the Coach's Lounge. You are in the right place. Yes. Well, I want to welcome everybody to another episode of the Coach's Lounge with yours truly, Barbara J. Beckley, which I spotlight the wonderful, awesome, tremendous, and the word awesome is going to be used a lot today, just to let you know, just to give you, that little beginning, because this particular queen that I have, royalty is coming in the house. That's part of her brand. And, I was just telling her before we were starting the interview that's my word. That's my go-to word. Awesome. If anybody kind of knows me, it's queen and awesome. And when we met, and I met her through another wonderful queen, and when she was talking about what she does, and she was talking about awesome life, and this, and I was like, wait a minute, wait. Did she say my catchword? Did she say the word I always use? So I already knew that it was going to be synergy between us. And like I said, you never know who's going to come in your life and going to be a part of it, have the same kind of mindset that's lifting you up, positive. This is all of her. So before I bring you this wonderful queen, Karen, I just want to say that please, when you have a coach, when you have a consultant, when you have an educator in your life, just turn around and give them some thanks, because that's what this show is all about. Is first a spotlight so you can kind of get to know certain coaches, and then second, celebrate them. Because think about it, they are on that journey with you wherever you're trying to go, wherever you're trying to maneuver, whatever goals that you're trying to reach, they're right there with you, even to the point where you're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't think so. And they're like, no. And then, they give you that push, that they tell you how awesome you are. They'll give you, that just encouragement, that support to keep focusing, to keep moving, to keep knowing that you can do it with the gifts that you have in you. That's the person that you have to turn around and thank, because they're at your peak when sometimes you're, kind of like not there, but they're there to just push you on, and they believe in you. So yes, we need to spotlight our coaches in our lives, and hopefully you have a coach, one or two. Everybody should have one. Oprah has one. I always tell people you should have a coach. So with that said, I want to just show some love to this wonderful queen. I always tell her, we were saying something at the beginning too, where she said, well, we don't really know each other, Barbara. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm like, well, first of all, I humble myself. I thank you for the opportunity to taking the time to come on the show. Second, I feel like I've been knowing you forever anyway, because she's always support me. She's on a lot of my other shows. When we do talk, when I like put out the feelers out there and say, I need somebody, an expert. And she's always saying, hey, Barbara, I'm there. I can make it, or what have you. So you know what? That's what you call a true person that's in your life that you have to keep on. And that's somebody that you really trust to the point where basically, they're there. They're supporting you. So yes, we've been knowing each other for a long time. So with that, Karen Stultz, she's going to be coming on right after this brief introduction, and then we're going to get to know this lady more. We're going to have a conversation with her. But one of the things I always tell people, please listen to some of the things that this wonderful lady does, because you never know, you might need that. Remember, I talk about everybody needs a certain coach in their life in certain instances. Well, you might need her, but you have to listen to what she has to say. So we'll be right back with Karen after this particular video. Barbara J. Beckley, and I'm a visibility and social media strategist. Yes, there she is. Ta-da!
Oh, it's so good to be here, Barbara. Queen Barbara. She is a
queen. See, we have royalty. See, she understands. She knows she's royalty. And I know we know each other royalty. So, Queen Karen, you have your crown on. There we go. That's what I wanted to see.
my crown is here. I've always been a princess, but I have been elevated to queen. Thank you, Queen Barbara.
because you know I'll get on you. Love it, love it, love it, Karen. Yes, I was just saying, Queen, that, if you heard down below, I appreciate you. I really do. And, when you have somebody that syncs with you, like I said earlier, you have to honor that. You have to really just sit in that, because I always tell people, I don't care what people say, there's angels around us. I consider you one of my angels, because, like I said, we just have that in syncness, and you don't want to lose that, certain people like that, because you don't have that many in life. I always tell people, so the ones that come in your life, appreciate the wings on them, and make them special to you, because you never know what collaboration is. And like I said, Karen, you have been with me for a while. I have other shows, and every time I say, hey, I need somebody to come on, and even if you can't do it, you'd be like, oh, Queen, I wish I could, but I would. And I'm like, yes, I know you would. So I just thank you for that. But this is all about
I appreciate the ability to be able to communicate well with one another and understand that, as it happened a couple of days ago, when you said, I know you fulfilled, you came through, Karen. However, we have some other people that are now coming up that have never been, and I want to spotlight them. I said, absolutely. Absolutely. You are the queen of spotlighting. So I thank you. And the way you share and give to so many, it warms my heart. So
thank you so much. Yeah, you just don't know how much I was like, oh, I really don't want to tell that, because I really wanted to come on.
But yeah, of course, I love being there, but it's got to be fun, Barbara. It's got to be fun. And if there is stress involved, I'm sorry, it's just not a whole lot of fun.
No.
So if I can alleviate that stress by not being there, awesome, and if I can't be, awesome.
Well, okay, now that we're getting into that, you're starting to get right into what I want to ask. So I didn't get a chance to introduce you properly, but I want to just tell people that you're a transformational mentor for entrepreneur leaders to create an awesome life, so that calm, confidence, clarity, authenticity, and abundance is a daily occurrence. Wow. So, Mrs. Queen, I want you, before we start talking about some things that you do for people in your coaching environment, how did you start off? Because I know, we talk about the awesome part of it, but I know there was something. I always tell people there's that backstory of a person that gets them to this point of you being this royalty of a queen. So can you just give us just a little take of that?
Of course. Basically, I was a professional people pleaser and a total self-doubter. I remember being able to, at one point in my life, talking to a 3-year-old for parenting advice. It was, I was so filled with self-doubt. I didn't have any trust in myself. And I grew. I felt better as I got older. That was great. And then at one point, my life turned around, and I ended up taking care of my parents, moving away from my home, my husband, and moving to another state and living with my parents. Thank goodness my husband stayed with me through all of that. It was all good. It ended up being 5 years I was with my parents. But my mom, who had always been very positive, she, especially where her kids were concerned, very positive, very always looking at the bright side, even if it wasn't so bright, even if the facts were twisted right upside down. She did that. And she believed it. And I went to be with her and my dad, and she had become very angry, very resentful, living with tremendous regret. And I said, no, this is not the way to be. This is, I don't want to die with regret and anger. What can I do to shift this so it doesn't happen to myself?
Mm-hmm.
And I started searching, and I went into life coaching, and that really helped a lot. And personal development, which I definitely wasn't into personal development in any way, shape, or form. We are who we are.
Yeah.
And we do what we need to do for ourselves. We are
Mm-hmm.
unique.
Yeah.
Don't pigeonhole us. So anyway, um, I went into personal development, and I said, yeah, okay. So I could go to a psychiatrist. I could go to a psychologist and get help, a therapist of some kind. But that wasn't the kind of help I needed.
Mm.
I needed a mentor. I needed a support of some kind.
Yes.
So I found some mentors. I found the support, and I really said, oh my gosh, this coaching thing really is awesome. So I got certified in everything under the sun. And then I said, you know what I have found is when you are in a place of pain and confusion and brain fog,
Yes.
you can't move forward.
Yeah. No.
You just can't. I mean, you can be the best, most awesome person in the world, but it's hard to get over that hump.
Yes.
Clear those blocks. What can we do to clear the blocks?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, therapy can help and coaching can help, but the coaches that I learned from way back in 2001, the coaching was taught that the answers are all inside.
Mm-hmm.
And you as a coach would just bring them out. And I said, no, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. So how can you find it inside if you don't know what you're looking for?
That makes sense. That makes sense. You're right, Queen.
So I started looking elsewhere. What are faster ways? What are easier ways? What are gentler ways? I'm not into the pain and anxiety and the tear and the drama. That just. So I discovered numerous ways of getting through those humps. The EFT, emotional freedom techniques. NLP, neuro linguistic programming. I got my degree in hypnotherapy. I learned energy work. And none of these things did I believe in. None of them. But I said, I am open to the possibility that this could help. So let's see if it does. I'm unique. I'm wonderful, right?
Yes.
Just like you are, and just like our listeners are. We're each unique. We're each wonderful in our own ways. And what one thing works one day does not necessarily work another day.
Yeah.
So I got myself a toolbox, and I started putting it all together. And I found that, and of course, the coaching was invaluable. And it just escalated and continued until I put together the heart energy techniques. And I tell all my clients, now I use all of these things. I use essential oils. I use all of the energy works. There is nothing new in this world. What I'm giving you with the heart energy techniques and with the Awesome Life Success coaching and mentoring is not anything new. It's just how it relates to you. And like you were so great, Barbara, about expressing that everyone needs a coach. Everyone needs a mentor. It could be a friend. It could be a paid coach. It could be a teacher. It could be anybody. But everybody needs someone to help them get through those humps.
Yes.
As gently, and for me, as gently and lovingly as possible, because I'm not a competitor. So don't give me, all right, challenge. No. Challenge. No.
What you said? Now that's not my cup of tea on that one. And I love, well, just to do a quick pause, I want to just peel back some things that you said, because everything you said was wonderful. And thank you for sharing and being open to your story. I always tell people I love to hear that because I see the bridge, I see the transformation of why you do what you do. And it makes you more powerful to me as a coach because you were the client. You know, when you think about, I always tell people we were our client 5 or 6 or whatever years ago. And that's why we have this, you know, just this mission just within us to help people in whatever area that we do. So when you said people pleaser, that's why I kind of did like this, because I was like, Queen, been there, done it, was bad, bad, yeah. I mean, to the point, like you said, I was pleasing everybody that I just kind of totally, Queen, forgot about who I was, what I was supposed to be doing, what was my life, what I want to do in my life, because I was so busy trying to please and be like, okay, I got to help you. I got to do this. I got to do that, you know. And then it started with when I was younger, and it kind of crept into, you know, my older age when I was getting older, and I just had to stop. I just, because I felt myself, I said, what life am I living? I'm not even living my own life anymore. And so I'm glad that you've seen that. See, that's the thing that I love, you know, with your story and mine too, because we, like I said, we're both past people pleasers, past, and how we recognized it. Now, see, I was thinking when you were telling your story, you could have did the whole, so this is the choice thing. You could have did the opposite and kept going with it. Mm-hmm. And then you seen how your mother was, and you're like, I don't know if I want to go that route. I don't know if I want to feel that way. I don't want to feel, you know, like I missed out, or, you know, get upset at the world or upset it with myself or whatever for the rest of my days. So I'm so glad that that pivotal point with you happened, because we would have you today doing what you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, it hits you at some point. You know, I was happy. I was learning. I knew there was something off. I didn't know what it was. It's okay. I never even thought about people pleasing. I did what I wanted, for crying out loud. I didn't even recognize it as people pleasing until I realized all of a sudden I woke up and said, who the heck am I? What do I want? What do I need to feel fulfilled, to not live with regret?
Yes.
And I don't know. I just knew I was being the person, I was being the daughter, I was being the sister, I was being the wife, I was being the mom, I was being the friend. I'm always there, right? But what did I want?
Yeah.
And that is when the search actually came to create the Awesome Life Success System, and to open that up and realize that awesome is an acronym for being aware, for allowing. That's the A. In everything you do, being aware and allow. Okay. Recognize, not judge, but recognize and discern what is working for you, what is not working for you, and what are you willing to do to make the change. And there were things that, yes, I could have been way beyond where I am right now. Howsoever, I wasn't willing to make the change. And that's okay. That's okay. And, you know, there are some things I won't let go of. But with that said, there are always 3 possibilities, always at least 3 possibilities for improvement and for moving ahead and for having the things that you want. There are always at least 3 possibilities. Some of them may not be too good, but recognizing and being that awesome person that we all are, and allowing that and recognizing that at this moment in time, we're not willing to let go of that. And that's okay. That's our choice.
Yeah.
Are you willing to do?
Yes.
And take steps in that direction. And then the next part of awesome is wellness, both mental and physical wellness, and your environment, both your mental and physical environment. And right in the center of awesome is that big S for spirit, our guidance, our inner guidance, our higher selves, our universe. I like my guides all around me. They're here now. I love the guidance. And then organization, that's something I'm still working on. Yay, we're working on.
But she said, still work in progress on that one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I tell people that is something I will be working on until my dying day. But each day I get a little more organized. It's so organized I can't find anything.
I've been there too. That's funny you said that. Yeah, I know exactly.
And then, of course, money. We're in business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our lives are essentially our business, however we want it to be. Money is part of that. We're not living and being without that income of some kind.
Yeah.
And we can have as much or as little as we choose.
Mm-hmm.
Many people are saying, well, the economy, no, it's not the economy, it's your choice. Sorry about that, guys. It's your choice. Mm-hmm. And what are you willing to let go of so that you can have what you want? First, you have to know what it is. That's where the awareness and the allowing comes in. And the last E in awesome is enjoyment and fun. Fun is number one, as you've heard me say before, once or twice. Fun is number one. So whatever we do, wherever we go, we want to know that at some point we're going to be able to enjoy and celebrate.
Yes. Yeah. Every little victory, I always say, Queen, we need to celebrate the little small climbs, little small steps. Just like you said, even celebrate what you said with the O, with the organization. And you said you're still, work in progress. I am too. So you're not alone. But you see that, you understand that, but you're still making ways to get to that point. And that's what I tell people. I said, at least you didn't just totally give up on it. That's when I say, okay, let's maybe we can talk. But when you're telling me, you know what, Barbara, I'm taking little itty bitty steps. Hey, let's celebrate. I be clapping for people, and that's victorious. Yeah,
it is victorious, isn't it? And when you have all of those things working together, your wellness, your environment, your organization, being connected to spirit, and I'm not saying religious. I'm talking. Spirit, guys, the universe, and having that income and doing good not only for yourself but for the world around you with that income. Not giving it all away like I did for years and years and years and went in major debt because I gave it all away, but keeping it to celebrate for yourself and giving it to celebrate for others, making your business grow so that you can do more, reach more, make an impact on more people. That is what that money is for. So everything that comes into me, anybody that gets any of my programs, a portion of that always goes into organizations that support children and animals. They are my mainstay here. The children and animals are our future. Our animals keep our sense of calm and love. And so
I love it, Queen. Well, okay, I want to, because it's getting to the end, but I want to make sure that we at least tap in, because there was 2 points that that you gave me that I just want you just kind of give a little bit information on that. And you kind of tapped into it when you said, your awesome life is a canvas. It's never too late to pick up, the brush and start painting. I love that. So, and then you said healing starts from within. Let's tap into the power of heart energy for a life of joy and abundance. So you did tap into that, and I love how you said it's not just it's not for everybody. It's like, okay, it's a cookie cutter thing. You didn't say it's just like, okay, well, Barbara, you got to get this, this person, they got to get the same thing Barbara did and all that. Everybody's a little bit different. And I love how you have all those tools within your toolbox of being a coach for people and know what's needed for that person.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Because indeed, we are unique, every one of us. And anytime anybody tells you you have to do it my way, run like the wind. Run like the wind. No, it is not necessarily right for you. And I've signed on for wonderful things. A lot of people in my world have looked for the quick, easy money, right? Affiliates. Do the affiliates. Very great. Well, affiliates are great. There's no question about it. Howsoever, with that said, it has to match your values, your needs, and your authenticity.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, I'm not saying that the people who do it aren't fulfilling their needs, their values, and their authenticity. They're just not mine. So anything that I am an affiliate part of and anything that I promote, they fill my soul. And I'm sharing. That's all it is.
Yes.
Get I like it? Don't. But I'm sharing it because it fills my soul, and maybe it will fill your soul as well.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that, because, there's been times, and I get it, people create that affiliate link and everything, which I understand that. But like you said, it has to be towards what your beliefs, your values. Those are the boundaries that you put, right? If I'm not going to put out affiliate, if it's totally not what I'm, thinking about, or my values, or not even close to what I'm trying to do for people, first of all, it wouldn't help me, and it definitely wouldn't help the person I had the affiliate link from, because I probably would push it, or I hate to say push it, but give it out or tell people about it, because it's not inclined in what I'm doing. So yeah, it's so important. You're right.
You have to. That is something that I did learn late in life. It is that you have to live at your top 3 values. If you are not living your top 3 values, life gets very difficult. So in the Awesome Life Success System, we find out what your top 3 values are, so you can use those as your guiding light. Is this fulfilling my top 3 values? And that is part of it.
See, Queen, you said something else that me and you have that's why we connect, because when
we need to connect more, Queen Barbara.
I love how you connected with the main 3 things of a person, and then that's kind of like the light. And I always tell people, you are lighthouses to the world, because each and every one of us has that certain gift that somebody might need out there that's searching for you. So you're that lighthouse for them. And that's what I always tell people. So something similar what you're saying with the 3 items that a person has. See, I love it. Yes. I get excited. I get so excited when I see the
energy. Have to know what those values are. When I was first told to do a values list back in 2005, I thought, huh? Of course I care about all these things. What are you talking about? It took me a long time to get down. I think it was about 2018 when I finally got into the awesome life, when I realized what is an awesome life. It is a process. So don't beat yourselves up if you say, well, I don't know what my values are. I'm happy to help you. But
that's where the Queen comes in at.
and that's fine. Or maybe you do. But what are the top 3? Well, they keep changing. Yeah, they do. But the top 3 stay the same. They may go in different, up and down, but those top 3 stay the top 3.
Wow. Well, Queen, I want to, I see I got to bring you back. I got to bring you back. I see this already, because this is so much a lot of good information that you have. But I want you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself down for a few seconds just I want you to leave some, any lasting thoughts for the audience, and then I'll make sure that they get your contact, and then we'll close out. So I'll be right back.
All right. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening in. And I want you to know it is your birthright to have an awesome life. It is your birthright to feel joy in your heart. And like Queen Barbara mentioned, we are a canvas, and it's never too late to pull out those paints and those brushes and create. Choose to live the life that is awesome for you. And that is done with the heart energy techniques and the anagram of the awesome. So thank you for listening in, and thank you for having me, Queen Barbara. This has been such a pleasure, and we will look forward to more.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I love all of your programs, and the more time. Love hanging out.
I just want you to know again, if this has been a gift that you finally came on the show. I know we tried a few times. I was like, nope, I'm determined. This queen's coming on my show.
I know I was sick, and then our internet went down, and it was like, all right, well, maybe the third time around. If it doesn't work the third time.
And I was determined.
It did. Yay.
I said, we did it. So I just want everybody to know, please, the bottom, this is your website. You can reach out to Miss Queen Karen. And Karen, is there any other, besides the website, that you want people to know how to contact you?
I'd love to have you reach out on LinkedIn is my favorite place. Karen J. Stultz on LinkedIn. I would love to meet you. I'd love to talk to you, and let's have a conversation. Let's just have a conversation.
And you know what? That's what it's all about. Just have a conversation. And this is what I like going back to what I do with this, is I bring the conversation in from the coaches like Miss Queen Karen, so you can get to know the person. The one thing I always tell people, building a relationship is very important in whoever you're meeting. If it's going to be a coach, a mentor, a friend, you never know. But building that relationship and understanding that, okay, you see that there's a synergy there. That's my telling you right there. This is, your person that you should be with. So always, have that gut feeling of, okay, is this really, and that's why, Queen Karen invited you. Just have a conversation. Just have a conversation.
That's exactly it. You got to have that conversation. For me, I have a conversation with all my guests on the Awesome Life podcast beforehand, because we have to have that synergy, that energy together to make it good. And I don't have anybody into any of my programs without a conversation first, because I don't want anybody giving me money to support them if I'm not the right one to support you.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. That's one of my values that I really stand on. I'd rather send somebody to, if I'm talking to somebody and we don't have that synergy, or something that I can't give them, send them to you and see if that synergy is there, than to sit there and say, oh yeah, we'll try. And then in the background, you're trying to figure out ways to, get them what they need, but that synergy, you don't really have it for them. That is such, to me, a dishonor, because you're supposed to help the person. That's not helping them, So yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I really believe in that. Yes.
Yeah.
So Queen, we got to bring you back, lady. Thanks again for coming on. And everybody, this is the Coaches Lounge. You just heard from Queen Karen. Please reach out to her. This is where I spotlight experts, on their advice of life and in business. So always remember that every person out there has that special gift, just like Queen Karen, just like Queen Barbara, you have that special gift. Please put it out there, because you never know the person that you can help that's waiting for you with that gift. So we'll see you in the next show. And thank you again, Queen Karen. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Queen Barbara. I look forward to the next time.